Welcome back to another episode of Alex Henny Adventures. It is day 6 here in Hawaii. Today we are snorkeling at Poipu Beach, and then we're gonna go on a sunset boat tour. Let's go. Diving into the water, I was immediately greeted by fish. This large group of convict tang, which are the yellow and black fish that you see right here, were swimming just feet from the shore. It wasn't long before I found something that was even more exciting. In Hawaiian, the Hawaii state fish has a really long name that starts with an H and I can't pronounce it. But it's also called a reef triggerfish, and it's a beautiful yellow and black fish that can grow up to 18 inches in length. The next fish that I spotted was this beautiful unicorn tang. Named after the interesting unicorn-like spike that sticks out of its head, these fish can grow up to 27 inches long and are a beautiful blue and silver color. These guys are pretty friendly, and this one hung around long enough for me to take a good couple shots of him before he eventually swam away. Man, that is awesome. There are so many colorful fish, and the water keeps you afloat because it's so buoyant. It's really awesome out here, so beautiful. There's not a lot of reef, I would say, but there's a lot of rock. That means there's a lot of fish. There's all kinds of fish. There were yellow fish, blue fish, red fish. It's like Dr. Seuss. It's really awesome. It's so freaking cool. There's so many fish. Getting back in the water, one of the first fish that I noticed were these beautiful saddleback wrasse. These saddleback wrasse are known for the orange saddle or stripe that sits in the middle of their body and wraps all the way around, right in between their blue head and their bluish silver body. These fish are beautiful and plentiful along the reef. This sea cucumber that I came up on was also really cool. It was bright orange, it was about 12 to 14 inches in length, and maybe 4 or 5 inches wide. It was just a really cool sight to see it there chilling on the rock. I decided to swim a little bit more, and this is where in the video you can see just the array of fish that are here on the reefs. I was able to find this giant group of convict tang again, swimming with these black fish with blue tails, and I don't really know what those fish are called. If you know any of the fish that I didn't mention in this video, if you could drop the name down in the comments and point out when you saw the fish, because there were so many cool, tropical, and colorful fish in this video, and while I was swimming out there on the reef, I just couldn't name them all. But I always love learning about different kinds of fish and animals, and if you could tell me the names and if you know anything about them, drop that down in the comments as well. It was super cool. There's also these fish that swim right at the top of the water. They're coming up here in a second. They're these really long silver fish, and they always sit right there on top of the water. I tried looking those up as well, and I don't know those names, so if you know them, let me know. They were cool, and you can see one of the unicorn tang here right off in the distance. The water here was super clear, and it was just an amazing time swimming here on the reef. Swimming out here for some time. The water gets warmer once you first get in. It's really awesome. The water out here is beautiful, even though there's lots of people and there's lots of sand being stirred up. It's a lot of fun. There are times when the waves come in and you get like a sandstorm in the water. It's kind of like murky, but it clears up pretty fast, and then you can see all the fish. There's just a ton of fish over here. After swimming around for a little bit longer, checking out some more fish, I decided it was time to head in, and that's when I found this really cool piece of coral that looked like a shark tooth. I decided to pick this piece up and check it out for a little bit, and I even showed Elena, and she seemed to like it. Elena, what do you think about this shark tooth? Elena, do you like the shark tooth that I found?
I love it. I'm gonna keep it as a souvenir.
After we were done checking out the shark tooth, we put the shark tooth back in the water, even though Elena wanted to keep it, and we said goodbye to the sleeping monk seals that were there on the beach, and we headed towards our next destination, which was our sunset tour. All right, well, we are back from snorkeling. That was a ton of fun. We went back to the hotel, we washed off, we got all the sand off our body, And then we went to, we drove to the Hollow Hollow tours, which is the tour we're taking for the Sunset Cruise. They had a really cool shop. They had all kinds of souvenirs where I bought this hat. It's got the Jurassic Park logo with a little chicken on it. It's a really cool hat and I had to get it. So that'll keep me shaded during this time. And we're about 10 minutes away from starting the tour, so we gotta walk on over again. And we're gonna go from there. So let's have some fun. All right, so we're waiting outside the Hollow Hollow tours now. Our tour guide is supposed to meet us here at about 1:40. It's currently about 1:35, so we only have a couple more minutes to go, and we should be boarding the boat soon. Are you ready for this boat tour, Elena?
Yes, super excited to see sunset.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so we are on the boat. You can hear the engine start behind me. This tour should last about 4 hours. It's a little cloudy today, so we don't know if we're gonna see the sunset, but hopefully we do, as it is a sunset tour. The captain just gave us the full briefing, so we know where everything's at. Hopefully we see some whales or maybe some dolphins on this trip, but it is not guaranteed. But either way, there are gonna be some fantastic views, and I am excited to get out there on the boat. Are you excited?
Yeah.
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're going so fast. I don't know exactly how fast we're going. The captain said we're going like 20, 25 knots, something like that. This boat's flying. It's faster than a sailboat, I feel like, but I haven't been on a sailboat this big, so don't quote me on that, but this is awesome. As we sped off towards our destination, it was clear that the weather was not going to agree with us. The waves became super, super choppy, and the fog rolled in super thick. But what we didn't count on was how cool the mountains that we were about to see would look with that extra fog. We don't have the greatest weather today, but that makes for some really moody mountains. It's really cool. Right here you can see one of the valleys where they shot Jurassic Park, one of the opening scenes. You guys, the Napali Coast is so cool. We're so close to these mountains. You can see all the colors in the mountains, and there's even a sea cave. I don't know if I'll be able to capture it on film, but there's a sea cave here, and it's absolutely beautiful. The fact that we get to be so close to these mountains is awesome. That's the iconic mountain with all the valleys. Look at that. That's so cool. Wow, that is awesome. Man, this is unforgettable. Look at this. Look how awesome that is. Look at those cliffs, man. Look at those ridges. There's sea caves. There's the waves crashing against the mountains. That's so beautiful. All right, guys, that was one of the most awesome experiences I've ever had. Seeing the Napali Coast and the mountains in the background. The colors are so gorgeous, and you've got the blue ocean here with the backdrop of the mountains. What an awesome, unique experience. As a Jurassic Park fan, seeing where Jurassic Park was filmed here on the Napali Coast was just amazing. The scenery is absolutely gorgeous, and it's definitely worth coming to the Napali Coast if you come to Kauai. What an awesome place, what an awesome experience. Definitely worth it. On our way back, we faced some pretty choppy weather, but we weren't alone in the battle as there was another boat that was facing the same weather as us. I decided to go back inside to see what was going on, and thankfully the crew had prepared a nice snack for us as well as a nice dinner. They served us this food. It looks delicious. We've got Kahlua pork, some pasta, some kind of salad, and rice. It looks delicious. We're gonna eat and then we're gonna finish up the tour. We're already on our way back. So I'm gonna dig in and I'll see you when I return. Alright, that is the end of our boat trip. It was a sunset tour, but unfortunately the weather did not agree with us today, so we saw no sunset, but the fog did give us some great shots of the Napali Coast. It was an awesome adventure. It was absolutely beautiful, and it was a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow on the next episode of Alex Haney Adventures. See you next time.